Asanka Delight is here with all of our sweetness, our natural goodness, and our amazing shine. I'm going to be inviting friends of mine to cook from time to time this evening. I've got a friend of mine here, a personal branding strategist, EM Bartels, takes her turn on Asanka Delight. Christ is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Good to see you, Em. You look wonderful.
Good to see you, Jackie. You look absolutely exquisite.
I've missed you, and I'm glad you're here in my kitchen today. What are you making for us?
I'm making calamari and prawn mix with vegetables and some couscous.
Okay, so why don't you show us what ingredients we need for our dish?
Okay, for the calamari prawn, or I'd say seafood dish, we're going to have white fish. This is fish fillet. We were going to be shredding them further. And then we have the calamaris, which are in here. Then we have our prawns. The prawns, yeah? And some vegetables. You've got your greens and yellow peppers, bell peppers. And then you've got the carrots, yeah. And we're going to be adding some spring onions and some 5 Chinese spice.
And for dessert, we'll have what?
Dessert, we're just going to have something very simple. Mango.
Mango?
Yeah, the reason for mango is mango has a lot of antioxidants. And it's very good, I say, for the eye, and it has a lot more vitamin C than what we think.
It does?
Yes, it does.
But it does have A as well.
It has vitamin A and vitamin C and some other potassium, manganese. Yes, I did that. Zinc as well. Yeah, it does.
Okay. So we should have our mangoes then.
Yeah, mangoes. And this is quite healthy in the sense that the seafood has less calories to go with it, and the vegetables.
And especially when we're eating at this time of day in the evening, we should eat something light, shouldn't we?
Light, yes, it should
be. This is a good idea.
Yeah.
Well. Cooking is her hobby. Sunday evenings, I've got EM Bartels with me, and we're cooking something really fast, something good for corporate people on the move all the time. It doesn't take too long to cook.
Okay, so what you do, first and foremost, you take your bowl, right? You get some white wine. If you haven't got white wine, you can do without it. But I like that because it gives you that tangy flavor. So just about 2 tablespoons of white wine.
And 2 tablespoons gives you the flavor?
Yes, should be enough to do it.
Okay. Yeah. We don't have to pour a whole bottle.
No. Some people do that, but I tend not to. 2 tablespoons of white wine. I add a little bit of Chinese 5 spice, which I mentioned. Just a little bit of that. And then I add egg white. So, okay, you pour most of the egg white in here.
And this is just to mix it all up?
This is just a marinade, basically, and that's what you're going to be using later as well. Just whisk it a little bit, right? Your sauce is done, right? What you do is you actually put the fish in, right? You put your calamari rings, which you've actually sliced to give it that long strip look. Put that in there. And then you put your prawns in there as well. Okay, everything. And then you you mix again, yeah? Just to marinate it. is to
But if you're saying if you like, you can keep your shells on the prawns. If
you
if
can,
you like.
yes. Some people do it that way, but this is just to give it that flavor, right? So you put it on there. I'll put a little bit of what I call seasoning on there. Just a little bit of seasoning in there, just to taste.
Why aren't we using up all the fish? Go on, lots of nasty things. Put it all in there. Put it all in there.
Okay, put it all in there. I'll put everything in there then. Okay, let's go. Wash my hands after. So that's what you, just to marinate it. Leave it to sit for like a minute or two. Yeah, so we leave that. So you've got this there, and then we trim up a little bit of the
What do you do with the end bits? You don't want them?
No, I want them.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I'm not. These are quite chunky to go in there.
Okay.
So whilst I'm doing, I'm just waiting for that to get a little bit hot, and then I will.
It smells hot.
It smells hot. Okay.
It smells really hot.
Okay. Just scoop this in there.
Aha.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're running away, see that? Don't worry. Once it goes in, it would just cool it down. So that goes there.
But this is an expensive dish. Because you've got your fillets, you've got your calamari, and you've got your prawns. This is an expensive dish. It's not.
Yes, you can just use fish or calamaris on its own. But when you have this, then you have kind of like a seafood mix.
Yeah, I like the combination.
Yeah,
which
then
you've got to pay a little extra for.
Yes. Okay. Just leave it to cook. Whilst it's cooking, I will get
Whilst
this.
it's frying.
Yeah, whilst it's frying. Sorry, I will get this done. Yeah.
What are we doing? More veggies?
Okay,
You can put it down.
Okay.
So tell me about personal branding strategy. What's that all about?
Personal branding is actually how we help people to market themselves, to bring their authentic self. Everybody has the best you. I always say to myself, in personal branding, you unearth yourself, which is unearth your brand, right? You communicate your brand, and then you grow or evolve your brand. So unearthing your brand is finding who are you? Who are you as Jackie? Who is the real you? What are your strengths? Why are you here? What have you got to offer? So it's about finding your mission and finding your vision. I say your mission is the vision is what is possible out there. Speaking, presenting, that what's possible out there. Then your mission will probably be the best presenter that you can. So the best presenter, the presenter that wows everybody.
So why is it we don't put it in stages? Why do we put it in all together instead of... Because some of it cooks quicker than some of it.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be extremely hot heat. When you put it in, I'm not sure...
Because the fish cooks quicker,
and
then the prawns,
yeah, but
and then you've got the stubborn calamari in there.
Yeah, the stubborn calamari. It's going to go back in there again, so not to worry.
Okay.
It's going to go, it will go back in there. What we'll do... The juices are actually quite good, but we will reserve that to do... Surprised the fish is just so soft.
Fish is always that way.
Yeah. No, but some fish are actually white fish. It's usually...
So maybe to get this right, we can put the calamari in
first,
and then add on.
When I've done it in the past, I've just put the fish and the calamari in, so it's not,
And maybe we can cut the calamari in smaller strips.
I actually did that. I reduced the calamari sizes. Yeah. You scoop that all out, right?
Okay, yeah.
You can wipe it with tissue, whatever, just to keep it clean. Put it back on the fire, and then just a little bit of oil, not a lot of oil.
The same oil.
The same oil that I've used, because it's got the flavors and everything in there. You reserve that little bit of oil just to do. Right. Get your spring onions. I'm going to be using some of the spring onions. So your spring onions go in there. Oh.
Just half of it for now.
Yeah. The other half goes in the couscous.
Well, the thing about you is people think you probably just came from visiting the Queen. What they don't know is that you're fancy.
I am fancy.
You're fancy you base.
You're fancy you base, yeah. So you fry the spring onions just for like 2 minutes or so. Yeah. Once that's done, you can put your carrots, which is a little bit more.
It takes longer to cook.
You can put your carrots in there. Generally, if you're using like baby carrots, or you can also add baby corn to it. You know those? Shred the baby corn and add it to it. If you're using baby carrots or thereabouts, you can do it as it is there.
Ghana, we don't have baby corn. We have grandma corn,
Grandma.
which we munch with our coconut.
And you don't want the vegetables overcooked, because then you lose the essence of everything. So what I do is I cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes, and see how that goes. And then whilst that's going on, I tend to add a little bit of ginger to it, just
my
to
favorite ingredient.
You can also add chili if you want chili. You can also add chili, a little bit of ginger. I use a lot of ginger actually, because ginger is very good for arthritis. And also very good for coughs and colds and stuff like that. So I use a lot of ginger. I don't know. Let's see how that goes.
So you never get coughs and colds then?
Hardly, actually. Hardly. Then you can add I'll add a bit of mint to it. Just parsley, sorry. A bit of parsley to it there. Parsley actually overcooks when you cook it too much. But this is just to introduce flavor to it as well. Parsley gives you, you can chop it, but I just put it in like this and then leave the stem. You just add your peppers.
The peppers go in last because they
Yes, you after this I'll just take it off and then we'll add your peppers. And then your marinade that you left over, you add that to it as well. You're not supposed to have the vegetables overcook. Vegetables can actually be eaten raw, but I noticed that on our side of the world, people like everything cooked. So
overly.
If you overcook it, you lose the nutrients. So it's just having enough of it, and then actually, I always think this is done. Right?
Okay, I love the colors.
Yeah.
I'm sure I love the flavor. Wow.
We'll add the calamari and the...
Calamari and sisters.
Yeah, sisters to it. Right? And then you turn it. You can put it in bit by bit, but I like to do it all at once so that your vegetables don't overcook. This is already cooked anyway. So it's just...
But this is sort of a Chinese meal.
Yes.
Why haven't we got soy and oyster sauces going in?
You can have the soy or oyster sauce in. If you notice, I've got my 5 Chinese spice,
of course,
which actually has that in. If you think I didn't actually include a lot of the flavor because I didn't want, and then the whole essence, the soy can change the look of it, And I didn't want something that had
a
brown color.
Look.
I'm going to mix a little bit of this and put it in as well, just to flavor it. Generally, when it gets to this, I think it's cooked. I don't like but most Ghanaians would like it a little bit more. So I have actually increased the heat to get it there, and then I'll put some more 5 Chinese spice on it, just to bring the flavors out of it.
And then that's it. But what about the couscous? At what point do we?
Well,
get that
yes,
ready?
once this is ready or almost ready, once you put it in and it's just cooking, what you do is you boil the couscous. The way I boil my couscous is I have the water on, right, like this. While this is boiling, you just put your spring onions in there just to saute a little bit. Yeah, so.
And then we set it aside.
You set it
and when
aside.
the couscous is ready, we
Almost ready, you just mix it with it. And then you put.
while the couscous is still on the fire, or
Whilst it's still on the fire.
you pour this in.
Yeah, this in. And then I put a little bit of herbs, what I call mixed herbs, in there. Because couscous can be quite bland for some people. So I like, what's the air fancy for? Yeah, spicy. So I put a little bit of, a pinch of just mixed herbs in there to cook this couscous. Okay, so this is almost done. I'll turn it off.
And at this point, is our couscous ready to go into the water?
You can put it in the water, but usually it should boil a little bit more. So we'll just
So it's
give
a
it
fairly
about.
simple process. Couscous goes in there.
Yeah.
When it's nearly done,
You-
sauteed spring onions.
Onions, yeah.
Popped
You
in.
can also saute this a little bit. This is supposed to go in, so that goes in a little bit, but that's not supposed. Oops, put some. Usually supposed to the brown stuff in there, but not to worry. I think I should
And
have
this is what,
drained it.
kidney beans.
Beans, yeah. It's always best to drain it and get the liquid bit off before you do it.
We're going to have a lovely meal then.
So this goes into the couscous, and that's done. This is done. It's just waiting for that.
Well, we're going to have a lovely meal. As you can see, my mouth is ready. Your eyes have got to be ready. There's my girl. How's it going?
Yeah, very well. This is your couscous with the seafood.
And the kidney beans as well.
Yeah, it's
I
just
love
to give it a bit more color.
I don't want too much. I'm watching my finger.
Your fingers.
My
Okay,
finger.
so that should be fine for you then. Yeah.
So I should sit down nicely.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for coming.
There you are.
Thank you
This is
so
yours
much.
there.
Thank
Bon
you.
appétit.
Ah, merci. À toi deux même.
Oh, il n'y a pas de quoi.
Oh, this is nice, and I love the smell of it. And you're all invited.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is just lovely food. So now let's say thank you a lot for this lovely food.
That's
Thank
okay.
you for.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's my prayer to Jesus, not to you. Thank you, Lord, for this lovely food, and thank you for dying for me.
Okay. Does it taste Chinese enough?
Lovely, lovely. It's got this buttery, melt in the mouth feeling. Love it, love it, and love it.
I'm glad you do.
Now onto the couscous. This is nice. I should come and live at your house, Em.
Really?
Tell me you were eating
I
this.
don't cook every day. I like. Generally, this is quick and fast because you just bump the stuff in.
It
You
is.
can do your
It's
preparation.
really nice.
You can do your preparation the night before. Leave it in the fridge. Shred all the vegetables and everything. So generally, this is.
And for those who've never had couscous, it's almost like gari, isn't it?
Yeah.
But nicer and softer. And the ginger.
Yeah.
I can taste the ginger in there. You've made my Easter special. And I must thank you for coming. And what is it that you would like to say to people about life and about living? And what important thing would you like to say? Because I'm going to let you say that in closing.
I think life will present challenges. But I always say to people, don't live in that challenge. Use that challenge as a growth process. You know, if you live in life and think every challenge is a crisis and all that, it weighs down on you. But if you live in life and you think, you know, this is a stepping stone for growth, that's what it becomes.
So there you've got it, sound advice. You've got nothing to worry about. Whatever burdens you have, they've been lifted. Jesus paid the price a long, long time ago. I'm Jackie Ankra. I'd like to thank my sponsors for lifting my burdens. Royal Aroma Rice, Indomie, ICS, International Catering Services. I'd like to thank you for watching. The show would not be without you. So take good care of yourself and remember, you've got nothing to worry about because Jesus paid the price.